Welcome to Lawrence, Kansas, and pay heed all who enter, and beware, these Jayhawks can play a little football too. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Bulldogs will get this season underway as toe meets leather. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Kansas offense will be first on the attack. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches need.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We just need to see what they do today.
The give to the back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
The Jayhawks are facing 3rd and inches. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Wants to throw again. Finds his man. It's Canty. Still on his feet at the 45. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with the big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
You know, this offense knew coming into the game they were going to get some opportunities to take shots down the field. They feel like they've got the guys on the perimeter to win one-on-one, and you saw it right there.
He'll pull it on the read. Picks up the 1st down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Jayhawks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The give is to Williams. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game to really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
He's dragged down to the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Jayhawks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with them.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Makes the catch. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1.
I think the defense was even caught off guard on that one, guys. Not seeing the field goal unit trot out onto the field. They had a golden opportunity there to make a stop and get the ball back without surrendering any points. They couldn't do it, though, and now all of a sudden their backs are against the wall.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Jayhawks!
And that is the kind of drive to start a season that is going to put a smile on your head coach's face. They were just methodical. The way they marched down the field. Awesome execution. You cannot start the season any better than that right there.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. And it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Fresno State Bulldogs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down.
Breaks into the open. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Hand off from the shotgun. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree with Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
He'll pull it down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Power football with the run. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've reached the break, and Kansas has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. The give is to Williams. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. He might want another play. On fourth down, looking to pass. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on fourth down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Now on the move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Touchdown.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Jayhawks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. To the ground with the back. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Jayhawks will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll signal for a fair catch after that weak punt. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They have it once again in spectacular field position, cashed in the last time and even better this time around. Off the RPO complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to throw. It's Warner. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
One of the things I hated as a quarterback was the blitzes from the inside linebackers because those guys end up in your hip pocket quickly. It's really hard to step into throws when you've got inside linebackers bringing the heat.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. One drive is already ended with a field goal. They'll try to do it again, this time a rather long one from 46 yards out. It's good. Easy call for the refs. The lead now 6 here in the second. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Jayhawks will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Quick release by the QB. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that.
The deep thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Back to pass, it's Warner. Safe completion on the screen. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. Fresno State will have to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Jayhawks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Fires to the big fella. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Williams. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Jayhawks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. That's caught. It's Williams. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. The Jayhawks are in the hurry-up. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Makes the catch. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Looking downfield, and time is running short. He'll try to do it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Quarterback keeps him. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Pulls it in. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Here's the first half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got his man. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Kansas.
And a lot of times you see the way people close halves, the way people close games goes so far in determining who wins. Nice execution by this offense late in the first half. Now they're just an extra point away from having the lead going into halftime.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point puts them on top by one. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere there today in Lawrence. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Dropping back, it's Warner. He's got his man. The Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Caught close to the marker, it's McClain. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the tight end. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. You want to talk about light on your feet. Man, can he get through there. He's down to the 37. And the Bulldogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Quick pass on the jet motion. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Fresno State. And that one will give them the lead. When that receiver got 3, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Kansas 14.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Might be calling a hot route. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Quickly to the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. They're really easy to run. I like it. Just Drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Going to swing it on second down. The screen, watch out. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. And the Jayhawks have their offense in high gear. The option look. The give to the back. Turning it on. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's caught. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Offense getting set for first down. To the air, it's Daniels. The screen, he can go. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Got it behind the line. It's Pickett. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return, and they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Shotgun snap on third down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Fresno State will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. The Kansas offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. From the gun, running back on the move. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield, and make this life hard on this running back.
That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. So we open the final period with a third down play. The offense changing the play. Looking to pass. It's Daniels. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The sure hands. It's Henderson. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Jayhawks are moving quickly down the field. The give is to Williams. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
And the Jayhawks getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Makes the catch. It's Pickett. Oh, what a cut! And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Jayhawks in the hurry-up. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Rock Chalk! And they take it in for 6 more points. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Michigan State has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since Smarty's run out, but this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside Spartan Stadium. They're up by 7 over Boston College. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's Warner.
man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down, and now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him right now.
On the run, it's Gilliam. He's stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead. Fresno State will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll run it again. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
There he goes! All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. To the air, it's Daniels. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Red pass is complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. And the Jayhawks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The give is to Williams. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Jayhawks look to keep this drive humming. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on first down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Trying play action. Touchdown, Mark Jayhawk. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Scanning the field, it's Daniels. He's got it. One try as good as they build on this lead.
That's tough to defend, right? Going 5 wide, spreading us out across the field. These windows become a little bit bigger when you do that. They were able to convert, and as a result, they walk away with 8 points on the drive.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Forward and finds his man on the left. He gets up to the 15-yard line as they're working their way away from their own end zone. Now on second down. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. Fresno State right back to the line. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll give it to the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Looking to throw, it's Warner. Gets it to the back.
Hey, the defense is going to give you those all day. We're late in the game now. They've got the big lead. Expect them to play big zone defense and try to keep the football in front of them. If you want to throw it short, they're just going to rally to the ball and just bleed this game out.
He'll keep it himself. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Off the play fake on first down. Buying some time. He's going to run it. Made a defender miss. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Jayhawks look to do some damage in the red zone. The give to the tailback. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Back to pass on second down. They've got the screen set up. Nice move there. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? He wants to change this route. Makes the grab. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Trying to surge it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jayhawks. Yes, they wanted to make sure they rubbed a little salt in the wound here down the stretch.
And it's your job to stop it. Keep playing football. I like it when the offense keeps the foot on the accelerator. It's your job. If you don't like it defensively, do something about it.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. They'll try to pass their way in. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The two-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead.
Kansas, 35. Fresno State, 20.
He'll bring it out. It's Rivers. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
And the Fresno State offense will take over.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking downfield, it's Warner. Here comes the heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
board.